Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/theXisuma. I'm AFK at the witch farm with the auto clicker. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And it won't let me click on the game. Now it will. There we go, all good in the hood. Kill a few more while they're here. I've been using the witch farm, peeps. Sound's been turned off. I died here a couple of times because I kept forgetting to put food in my offhand, so got a bunch of extra gear here, I guess. And now we've got to sort out all of the things. Of course. I'm excited for 1.21. We're going to have more redstone dust coming out of this farm. It is actually like a real pain to get a lot of a usable amount out of it, so that's cool. Welcome to everyone tuning in chat, by the way. Lots of hellos. Welcome. I put on all of that, so this is all my backup gear here. Need to get some more of these arrows made up. And today we're going to go build a new game. That's right, building a new game. How cool is that? See you later, mate. See you later. You can never catch my stream because of work. Well, you're here catching one now, aren't you? Aren't you? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not even there. Maybe you're not even real. Hey, we got a full box of redstone, so that's absolutely fine. I don't think I actually need anything else from here. Gunpowder. Got loads of this stuff back at the base. Ooh, actually, boxes of sticks. They'll be useful for something. Indira and Julia, how's everyone's weekend? The weekend is over, isn't it? It's Monday. Monday. Haha says, well, I mean, you're the only streamer I can catch. I mean, wow. You know, you're the only one online right now. I don't know. I don't know what you meant. Well, welcome back, everyone. Third stream in a row. X, do we get the cape in 15 minutes? Yeah, you have to watch for 15 minutes to get a cape. Are we catching Pokemons? No, we're not. Is there a reason why there is no regen beacon at the witch farm, says Rambling PJ? Yeah, there is. I didn't put a beacon there, that's why. That's all I got to say. Who's online, by the way? Oh, Pearl's online and Pearl's streaming. Okay. These sticks... Like, it's a bit of a pain to do all of this, like, decorative stuff each and every time. I think this area is just going to end up having lots of these. Just unlabeled stuff, right? Maybe find a better labeling system, like signs. You install some permanent signs, you can just, like, right-click them and say what's on them. Oh, now, you see, now I feel like we've got a distraction. I've like, come up with some new methodology. What we're going to do. Okay, so backup gear has been put in the backup area. We've got a box full of redstone. You see, that's one I would like to look nice and fancy, right? Why wouldn't I want it to look nice and fancy? Could have swore there was a redstone box over there. I know where it is. It was here. So we'll scoot it over like that. Which does the job. Alright, we've got a noise in the ear. Parababs, thank you for 30 months. 30 months and going strong. Thank you. Appreciate your support. I hope you enjoy the stream today. Uploading and streaming at the same time. Which one should I watch, says Lemon? Well, one you can watch live and the other one will be there for you later. So, you know, it's up to you. So, if I get some arrows and some glowstone... I forget how much you actually need. Well, do you know, I've already crafted this. Don't I get that? I think I get that from a farm in the Nether. The spectral arrows. Yeah, let's take care of that. So the idea down here that popped into my head was just... that we use signs in this area. Let's take these ones out. And that. And we just... stuff that's all, like, in unlabeled boxes can hang out over there. Sally Ann123, thank you for 102 months. That is incredible. Appreciate your support, Sally. Jesse Dad says X, usually I get frustrated while playing Minecraft and never end up finishing things. Watching your streams has encouraged me to take things slower and enjoy the game when it gets frustrating. That is a great attitude, man. Not just for the game, but for life too. Like, pay attention to when you get frustrated, and if you ask yourself, like, the why, sometimes it can be a little bit silly. You know, you realize, like, what are the most important things in life, and what are the things that get you upset? And a lot of the times, the things that get us upset maybe ain't worth getting upset about. But yeah, no, this season has taught me a lot. I used to get kind of, like, frustrated and into grinds and stuff. Whereas my mind shift that has come sort of coincided with this season, but kind of started before it, is like trying to get out of a productivity mindset and more into a mindset of asking, like, are you enjoying the passage of time right now? And when the answer is no, tends to be that you've drifted into that gotta get stuff done mindset, and you're creating like these weird pressures on yourself. I'm talking about that as a content creator who makes Minecraft content. Somehow the game then becomes, oh, have I made enough content? You know what I mean? It's like, chill and enjoy the experience more. And I think that's helping me with how I've built my base this season, because I'm finding it like more immersive, because I'm less about, oh my god, I didn't get enough stuff done today, and I'm more about like enjoying the environment I'm in, and so I put more care into like little details and things. Okay, so the floor is going to be made out of this stuff. In this area, I think I'm going to... Oh, the walls are built out of oak wood planks. I thought they were built out of packed mud. So yeah, in this area, like for now at least, I'm going to not focus on adding too much detail since it's like a repetitive area. Okay, I have loads of oak logs somewhere, because I get loads from the various different farms that we have. Dude, my bus is very late and I can't go home without it, says Navia. Well, hopefully it's late and it hasn't missed you, right? Jordan says, I haven't had an opportunity to play Minecraft recently. I've been travelling in my van for 7 months through Europe thanks to quenching my Minecraft addiction first. Traveling through Europe in a van, that sounds amazing. Hope it's good fun. Right, so we don't need that packed mud after all, but that's fine. Oh, and we also need a little bit of spruce. Dang it, I didn't pay attention to everything, did I? Jordan says, best time of my life, mate. Glad to hear it. It does sound like a wonderful adventure. Hey, we got Daff Crees here subscribing. Thank you, Daff. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So yeah, let's make... I don't think we need a crazy amount. Let's make a bunch of slabby jabs. And now, at long last, we should actually have everything we need. I meant quenching my Minecraft first. Love the content, dude. Oh, I knew exactly what you meant. I probably just said it wrong. You know, you can't play, you're traveling. Traveling like a javelin. Huan Pit, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Tier 1 subscription coming through there. Thank you, thank you. I don't think I'm going to go a crazy amount back today for now. We got Rasbert Ignacio. Wow, I'm probably butchering your name. It sounds amazing. And Hatsuko, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate the subscriptions, peeps. Yeah, let's just use the floor as a bit of a guideline here. Like, I think I'm going to go as far back as that for now. Ooh, and then there's a copper vein. Of course there is. There's got to be something to allure me. I'm just gonna cover it up and pretend I didn't see it. No distractions, please. No distractions. So this wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know I'd be down here doing this. But it just sort of became apparent that this would be a good way to do things. The plan today is to build a minigame. In case you're wondering. Dude, I just saw butterflies while I'm waiting for the bus in this heat. Maybe they come out in the heat. Like, I've seen a few butterflies this time of year lately. We got Greegypt with some cheers and biddies saying hello, X. Hello, Greegypt. Good to see you again. We also got Morgan Corn here for 31 months. Oh yeah, we got an animation for cheers and biddies now, don't we? When you butcher a name, do you make sausage, steak, or roast? I make mash. That's what I make. I make a mash of it. It's Vicky is here with the Prime. Thank you, Vicky, for using the old Amazon Prime. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, dang it. Look at me. Now I need a bunch of this. I need even more of it. I've got loads of it sitting over in Loglands, you know. But I think we've got just enough to finish off the job here today. A little extension down here will do some good. Okay, and then just got to throw these in. By the way, what we were working on the last stream, I finished off. I'll fly over there and show you that for sure. It's looking real good over there. I don't want them to be exactly uniform over here. Whoops. There we go. I reckon we should get a little lighting in here too. The one Trudge, thank you ever so much for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. We're playing on Hermitcraft. We're doing some building. Actually, I kind of feel like it'd be a bit more dingy in here. Let's go one there, one there. Or maybe that's like too dingy. Whoops. Yeah, I think that kind of works. I don't think we need to check the lighting in here. So the other idea was just to do this. The only thing is it looks like it's floating when you put it there. Which don't look right. Don't look right, does it? And if we do that, does that look right? It actually looks perfectly fine from the front. But then when you look there, you can see that there's a gap. I think we'll put something solid down at this level. And I didn't bring the right blocks, but that's okay. What about these? I think I like that more than this here. Sorry! Yeah, getting popped off. What are we working on today, says Luna Cupcake? We've been momentarily distracted by this area. We're going to build a mini game. And we're going to have a look at what we did last stream as well. We'll finish that project up. That to me is way, way nicer. I think I'm going to put birch signs on here too. I just got a feeling that'll work better. And then I can just right click on it whenever I want to update it, basically. Okay. What's left here is pretty much all for sorting, right? Except for those two. That's how you do stuff. That's how you stay organised, peeps, you know? And then there's all of this. I know, I'm due a session. Since I got that redstone, I'll probably run this thing after the stream. Actually, remind me towards the end of the stream if you're still here that I want to do that. We'll keep the scaffolding on us. Probably going to use that while we work on the game. Yeah, and there you go. Nice clean inventory again. Nice clean inventory. You love the Shulker box labels. It's Iskall 85's Shulker Plus, used in junction with some custom textures in our resource pack. Look at that area, looking cool. It looks cool from a distance because there's loads of plants in it now, but I basically figured out like everything else I wanted to do with this. I've just noticed it's missing a few jungle blocks actually. Let's go grab those. We're missing some jungly stuff. Duslo, welcome to the stream, my dude. Does trimming chunks cause corruption? Never done it before. Depends on how you do it, really. If you're using the wrong tools for the job, it might. Let's see. Jungle, jungle, jungle. And we've got everything we need here. Look at that. It's brilliant. I have a little bit of a reflex for a hot drink right now. But I had one like an hour ago, and I really don't fancy another. It's such a typical streaming feeling. You feel like there's this hot drink there. You know? Oh, dang it. And I needed slabs. Yeah. You're forever going back and forth in this game. It's unbelievable. Is that the right way around? It's the wrong way around. Okay, so we need a bunch of slabs next. Woo! And we've probably got just enough here. Oof. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so it's this bit here and that bit there. And then I think we're done. So, what have I done is another question. We put in these beds of flowers, some flowers in flower pots, some fence posts to access this area, got some moss on the ground. I've lit up the whole thing with glow lichen. I put the cherry blossoms in this box above the flowers. And they look super cool. Although I do feel like those ones should probably be over there. Just because you'll see them first from a distance. But there you go. What do you think of that? Feel like it might be missing something on the floor here in the middle, but for now I'm just going to leave it like so. And it kind of means that like all of that area there's done, all of this is done. We probably want to put a couple more things down here at some point, and then that area will be done. And it leaves us now mostly with this area building up and doing a pass on it. We've got the beach to create down the front. But we're kind of getting there. Like, we're kind of getting closer to it all being finished, which is crazy. Winter Hippo, thank you so much for subscribing, my dude. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. Ninja Ace says, X, question for you. What is your favorite Hermitcraft build this season so far out of all the hermits? Really hard to say, actually. I mean, I think I might just have to give... you know, B-Dubs the props for the B-Dubs forest and the things he's doing over there. Like he's painting on a canvas, that guy, you know? Like Minecraft is his canvas. You look at those thumbnails on his videos and you can see how it's all about like trying to extract the most gorgeous view. And he's really nailing it. He's really doing a wonderful thing. The Links 927, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, appreciate it. The thing is, like, so much of Hermitcraft is varied and different, and it always feels like you don't want to leave anyone out just by focusing on one person. Because there's so many amazing things going on. But I think B-Dubs has sort of reached a new height this season with what he's doing. Dewan W, thank you ever so much for the prime. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm actually really quite in the mood to stay in this area now. I was going to do the minigame thing, but we could leave it for a minute, possibly. I don't know what I want to focus on. In this area, we got this area here, and the bit behind it needs to be finished at some point. But none of it's a race, right? I also felt like I should put in some support pillars back here. Could be quite a simple little thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. where to put my attention to right now. Let's go to the beach at least. I think the beach is a nice simple little task while peeps are tuning in. And then we'll do the game in a little bit. You enjoy the cyberpunk city, but you're biased because you're building one yourself. Impulse is another hermit who's really pushing themselves, you know. Seen that over the last couple of seasons, and his base last season was just incredible. And he's kind of doing it again, trying to find another way to take it to another level. Default Person, thank you so much for the Prime. We got Chimera Dev here for 19 months. Good afternoon. Hope you in chat are having a wonderful day. I'm loving how intricate your building process has been this season. The tour from the other day has reopened my eyes to building again. So many amazing builds and concepts. Yeah, it really had me inspired too. It was strange though, because as you pointed out, like I'm already kind of doing a little bit of that this season. So usually I'm on there like feeling a different kind of inspiration. You know, sort of like, oh, one day I'll do something like this kind of inspiration. Whereas that tour the other day, it was like, I'm kind of on that wavelength right now, you know? We're like going for it over here. With the building and stuff. But thank you so much for the insightful message, my dude. Appreciate it. We got Merrick B here with the Prime and J-Dog Zap subscribing. Thank you, peeps. Right, and is there ever an easy way to do this? Because if you put your shovel in your offhand, you start making paths and all of that nonsense. So we just jostle them back and forth. Little bit of metal guitar right now from the Monumenta soundtrack. Haven't listened to that one in a while. Is he in creative, says Isaac Bridge. Oh yeah, look at me. Definitely in creative mode. There's no hearts, there's no hunger haunches, and you know, I'm just pick blocking and placing without items disappearing from my my inventory here. Oh yeah, totally playing in creative right now. I don't know if that's gonna look good. I feel like these two really contrast too much. Oh, actually, if there was a block that probably did help you get that together, it would be this block, right? Let's give it a bit of a try at least. I don't know. Nothing down here has to be like a work of art anyway. This is, you know, part of the base that is just, it is what it is kind of area. The areas that we traverse are a lot more thought out. Lots more detail with rhyme and reason, whereas this spot is just like, you know, big area here we're not doing much with. Because I could come down here with like sandstone stairs and use the crack texture to add in a little something too. But not today. We're happy with it this way, I think. X, I can barely hear the music. Can you turn it up a tad? I think the problem is just the leveling of the record changes a bit. And I tend to keep it all the same. Otherwise, like, another song's going to come along and it's going to be too loud, so... Right, around this area, though, I think the beach might get a little bigger and trend upwards again. Feels like it calls for it somewhere around here. Bloody Rogue says, I love metal in the morning. Me too, man. And I love it in the middle of the day. And I love it in the evening. And I love it at night time. And I love it when I'm sleeping. You know? Metal 24/7. That's what I love. The best time to listen to metal is when you're alive. Avalon724, thank you for the old Amazon Prime subscription. And Titanic Boss also coming in with the Prime. Thank you so much. Hope y'all are enjoying the stream today. Atsuko says metal is the best. Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, it absolutely is. Jugstream says, thought that sounded like Monument. I've got to thank you again for your White Dungeon stream that got me onto that server. Best community I've ever seen. Awesome, my dude. Yeah, they're a great bunch of peeps. Kevin 777787. Thank you ever so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Give me shred till I'm dead, says Spaz Bob. Shred till I'm dead. I like it. Been listening to quite a bit of metal again lately. Go through phases, I guess. JN72, thank you for 31 months. And Alan Duckin Guyan, thank you for subscribing, my dude. Appreciate it. And Aluminium Casket if you're enjoying Metal in the Afterlife. What is that a band name? Aluminium Casket? Or are we just saying, like, get buried in one? Get buried in metal. I like sand, stone, and moss together. I've used it as a combo before. Alright. You're saying sand, stone, though. They kind of work pretty well here, actually, together, I think. This area, though, is just, as we've said, this is not an area for detail. This is just a spot where we kind of want a little bit of rhyme and reason, right? Still feel like we might need a bit more something. Should need more than that. Oh, flowers, thank you. Oh, by the way, we're far from done here, because we've got some bamboos growing out of control over there. And we need to build one more custom tree. But now we're getting this bit sorted out. Right, and what height are we going to bring this all up to? Yeah, just around that edge. You can see where we've treaded before. Is this modded or just a texture pack? I do have vanilla tweaks on. There are some things slightly different. Yeah, then as for this bit here, this might be where the beach ends, actually, I think. Should really use this a little bit more. I like doing it one block at a time, because you remember, like, where it is. So you're replacing the blocks. Three blocks remain. Yeah, that's looking okay. That is looking quite alright. So, I think from afar, that'll be absolutely fine. When we get that last tree in there, I think that's going to help a heck of a lot. I think I might go and throw in a few more clusters of bushes here and there. So, like, darker bushes to give it some contrast. And then the area's kind of done, really. The area's kind of done. Do want a couple little spurts of grass on the sides here, I think. And that is looking pretty tasty. Maxi Killer, thank you for the Prime. Another JT, thank you for 83 months. Evil X is officially in his house. Appreciate you coming in and subscribing, my dude. Thank you for that. Maybe some pebbles. Oh, yeah. You know, I might do a pass on it. We'll do several passes over time. Going around and just adding little bits here and there. Atsuko, thank you so much for gifting subs, my dude. Also, Toothy, thank you for the Prime. J-Dogs, Gravies, Style Canane, Robert Ganser, Page12. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got Mirifson here with the Prime as well. Thank you so much. Okay. Put away all the things. Oh my god, we need to run a sort so bad now, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm gonna need more boxes where I'm going anyway. Let's see. Gregorous Egg, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate it, my dude. Right, it's minigame time. Minigame time, my friends. Are y'all ready for a game that is smaller than a regular game, but bigger than a tiny one? It's a minigame. X, what's a metal band you've fallen in love with recently? Okay, not strictly metal, but Kyros. Great question, because the timing this morning needed some workout music. Put on my Spotify liked songs, and then it went onto a Kyros song, and I was like, I really love this band, and I went through and listened to all the songs of theirs that I like again, and I was just like, yeah, this band is right up my street. They're more like prog rock, but they're just a little more intense. They're a little bit metallic in places. Ooh, we got redstone and stuff going on back there, and over here. I was literally thinking I'll just come over here and build it on the opposite side. Then we've got like a little cluster of games from one thing together. Now, who wants to see the game that we're going to build? Have I ever listened to Electric Callboy? Of course. Is Mini really bigger than Tiny? Oh, now we're gonna play a game of putting things in like order, right? Like put the words in order. I guess you could have it the other way around if you want. It's probably somewhat subjective. Teeny tiny tiny, mini small, smallish normal, big bigger, egger, ultra mega huge and big. Okay. 200 stab wounds. A death metal band. And what a great name. I got a better name than 200 stab wounds. Alright, check this out. 201 stab wounds. Oh, I'm more metal than them. I am more metal than them. Fabman 205, thank you for the prime. Nightinder 101, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh my god, 200 stab wounds. I like Flesh God Apocalypse. I think they're metal. They're 100% metal. They're 100% metal. What game are we going to build? Come on, chat. Where are your guesses? Pucker G, 52. Thank you so much for 4 months with the prime. Okay, maybe this is a bad question because asking you to randomly guess what game I'm going to build is probably a bit obnoxious. Decked out free, says Cybot. Dang it! Dang it! How did you know? Oh, man. Oh, Cybot knows what game I'm building. Oh, well. Just going to quickly build that today. A little bit of decked out free, you know, let's get hype. Okay. Will it be bigger than decked out 2? Well, of course it will. It's called decked out 3. Jeez. Bed Wars, says Vinot. No Bed Wars. RMO30, thank you for subscribing. I don't know why I'm asking. It's like a moonshot that someone will get the right answer. So let's go back to season 7. There is a mini game that we built this season that was so much fun, and I really want us to play it again and again throughout the season. So it's this right here, right? We don't want it to be... What is that for? Don't know. I don't want it to be exactly the same, but there's really no point to changing the arena layout. All the contraptions and everything that's here serves the game. I can't think of any reasons why we would change how it works. This was all tested in the past, and it was pretty decent. It's Dodgeball, by the way, for those of you who don't know. This is the Shulker Box Who Goes First randomizer. And I don't know, maybe there's something that's been added to this game since that might make more sense, but, you know. Whatever. Badminton! It's not badminton. We're going to use a little bit of world edit over here. Oh, it's a backup of the world, so I can just destroy stuff, can't I? Although most of this isn't going to be in the schematic anyway, but I kind of want to rip out a few things that don't necessarily need to be there. So that's actually part of the schematic, I guess. This might not really be worth my time, but we'll do it anyway. We'll tidy things up. Probably will be worth it. Okay, so area editor. Gotta go. Right, why can't we change the mode? Well, I'm trying to select an area. Okay, this is how you do it. Dodgeball. Brainiac and a half, thank you for the primes. Squid Flamed, thank you for 3 months. What about Decked Out 4? Or just skip one, yeah. Arian, thank you for your prime. Appreciate it, peeps. Appreciate it. Can you... If you can dodge a block, you can dodge a ball. Oh, okay. Crowfire says, when do you think he will face reveal? Oh, dude, I face revealed years ago, you know. And I live stream with webcam on most of the time. At the moment, it's broken, unfortunately. But the last live stream that I did totally had the webcam on. You can go to my second channel and you can search face reveal on there. There's a video where I reveal my face. You know. You know. Okay, did I actually set that? Yes, I did. Now we go find the other corner. Somewhere around here. Remember, the stadium isn't really a part of this. Which I think means we're about here. Okay, next thing we need to do is shift to the underground view. Area editor, configure, take this thing all the way down. Think. Yep, that's pretty much covering all of it. Then we come up here and take it upwards. I think it goes any higher than that, really. I love when X is serious and totally not trolling at all, for sure, says Zigmond. Yeah, I'm always serious and totally not trolling at all. Why can't I click that? Because I'm actually over here. Dookie Pants 5, thank you for the prime. That's a bit of a username right there. And Kazilakokopos, thank you for gifting a sub to Latouk. I probably absolutely just butchered your name. I apologise. It's a specialty that I do around here. Consider it a gift. This game, by the way, on my left, I don't think I got a chance to play it, and I don't even know what it was about. I can't remember what happened for all of the mini games, but I didn't get to play all of them. I think it maybe is because we like split up into teams to do them or something. But it seemed really cool, and then I just, yeah, didn't get the opportunity to play it. Sometimes you can use world edit, sometimes you just want to fly around and thump blocks, you know what I mean? Just give them a good whack. Be like, no, I said you can't be here. Ugh. Okay, so if there's any kind of difference here, it's just that there's a wall that continues going across this way. But I might not even build those on Hermitcraft. I might leave some of this a little bit more open. Like, I don't know why you can walk down there. Yeah, let's change up some of the elements here. Although, that one actually would probably stay the same. Basically, if we're going to have a seating area, like, we're going to build it different to what we've already got. But this wouldn't be the seating area because that thing is in the way. What if we brainstormed the better way to decide who goes first, right? Like, we used a whole block of colour, but there's got to be another way. You could do like an armor stand with something colourful on it, and one pops up or the other one does. But you want it to be in the same space. Not Henry Official, thank you so much for the prime. And Speedy, thank you for gifting a sub to the Noleman69. Firework. Well, Cocoon has just solved it. Well done. You're absolutely right. Okay, and it's the season of fireworks, so none of this will be in it. Say goodbye. Say your goodbyes, chat. This redstone is gone forever now. I like the way you think, chat. Firework will absolutely do. And it's almost like we could put it in the middle. No, you need like a button. Well, you can have a button on either side. So we could actually put the dispenser here. Now the only thing is, it's going to collide with the wall, but that might not even really be a problem. Let's say we have a button either side to see who goes first, right? Oh, I just thought of a really cool mod. Maybe a really cool mod? I don't know. I always find making fireworks, even when you're in creative, just a bit tedious. You have to go and fish out all these different ingredients, and then I don't ever remember which ones are right. Or like making them. Like, there should be a little mod to like give you a what firework would you like kind of thing. Oh look, there's actually some already on my where did they come from? They must have been a part of the redstone around here or something. Oh, actually, those were from the things. Those things. That's where we got it from, wasn't it? Right, not Henry Official, thank you for the Prime. Speedy, thank you for gifting a sub to the Knoll Man. I think I actually read that one out, didn't I? Mimi170320001, thank you for 22 months. Seth NV, D Bracket, JN Sanjeo, thank you for gifting a sub to Fearless. I possibly butchered some names there, but thank you everyone, none the least. Okay, so if you make that, you make this, yep. That's blue. Right, we need one other die. This is only for testing purposes, so it doesn't have to be perfect in any way, does it? I think I'm going to cough. I need to drink some water, I think. And now it says, like a little drop down and select which projectile you want to make in its arrows/fireworks, etc. Exactly, yeah. Like a little in-game interface for some of these deeply customizable items. It could apply to a lot of stuff, like sometimes you want to make enchanted tools and there's a bunch of different enchantments to put on them, and sometimes a little GUI when you're creative is kind of awesome. So anyway. That was I so clicked. I so right-clicked. What the heck was that? Oh, wow. You don't even get to see, like... What a bummer. Okay, let's try and make this work, right? Then we need redstone back here. Well, I didn't press that quick enough, did I? Ah, dude! Well, you know, we can always put it off to the side. I just figured... you know what, it's barely going to get in the way, is it? It's barely going to get in the way of anything, so... Who's going to play? Red, right. Okay, so this arena can have peeps on both sides, I guess. Not a problem. Right, and that's part of the area that we're selecting, so... I think what we'll do is rip out this, and this will be the arena as we build it. Now, I think the next thing we want to do is just look at changing the theme a little bit here. Changing the... when I say theme, I mean the blocks that we've used, right? Is that redstone included? Yeah, it is. Is this for the Big T stuff or just the gaming district in general? It's for both. It's for both. If you put in a firework with flight duration and apply the effects and colors over the top of the template instead of random items. Oh wait, you're saying like the fletching table could do what I just described. I see, yeah. Rakobi, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Oh, I look away for a second and loads more come in. Seth NV, Rex 540, thank you for the Prime. Cost per unit, thank you for gifting a sub to VN2202. Dave Allen, Lame Orcast, thank you for your Prime subscriptions. Peeps, I'm going to switch to standing. You know, man's got to stand. Can't be sat all day down long. Neva says, okay, my dad's picking me up, so my foot doesn't hurt even worse by walking for too long. Glad you're getting picked up, my dude. Can I say something now, says Dave Allen? No! No, Dave! You may have subscribed, but I am not reading your messages. Of course you can. You should have been able to anyway. Like, you don't have to subscribe to talk. Okay. So, aesthetics, block palette. We can make the sand floor more interesting just by adding, I think, some cracked sandstone. And maybe some smooth patches. That's something I'll probably just do on Hermitcraft. The magma blocks have to stay the same. So I think the wall block is in contention here. We need some contrast. The diorite is kind of ugly. Red sandstone might be a bit much in terms of contrast. Nether brick is probably quite pleasant. That is actually kind of nice, the like high contrast here. I think high contrast might feel good because Dodgeball is going to be like, you know, red versus blue. Maybe, oh, you know, if we had concrete blocks that were the wall colors, then we could make a really clear contrast. Here, it's like maybe white and black, yellow and red, but, you know, we got magma's already red, yellow is the sand, prismarine is like changes color slowly. So maybe we go with something more neutral, actually, to complement, and then we save the contrast for the two teams. Also, it looks like a bit of a wall, which kind of helps. I do believe the fact that it's a wall is kind of important, because we could use glass panes. It was about being aware of your area, and then touching the edges was a bad thing. So on the sides, glass panes would not be an issue. At all, really. Then when you throw... Let's get some damage potions here. Hello? That was weird. Why can't I... There we go. Why can't I put that back? Right. Here's another one where it'd be nice if I... Like, I'm going to throw this. Even though I'm in creative, it's going to go. Oh, do you know what? I don't think the wall height really even comes into play. So the wall is probably not necessary. We could use fence posts or glass panes. Interesting. I think I'm going to go with white stained glass in the interest of keeping this feeling kind of neutral. We could actually put cobwebs here. Right, you have to go close to throw. I think I remember testing this. I think if you're standing like this far back, you can get hurt. You can jump to go a little further. I think cobwebs in the middle would be kind of brutal. Oh, and chat, if you've got any ideas of your own, like, feel free to chime in. So I think we're going to go with this around the edges. So it's kind of neutral, and then in the middle it's a little bit checkered. And then at the back here, the only place you need it is for a little bit of structure. So something like that. Yeah. Rule prevents you from accidentally jumping over. Good point, yeah. That's probably why it's there then. Okay. In which case... Is it me, or are there more walls there than we saw a second ago? I think we were using the creative inventory, that's why. Maybe for on like neutralness we go with grey this time. And then glass around the outside. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it. Maybe it just be andesite instead of diorite, so it's less ugly. Like, it feels like these changes could be done on the fly, honestly. Like, we don't need to figure out too much now. Yeah, you could place honey under the glass, says Dev. Yeah, but you might be able to jump from further back, right? The other thing is, we've already got magma around the edges. Like, then you'd have, like, a bit of both. Also, that doesn't even stop you from jumping. Yeah, I think, you know, we figured out most of how this game works, so we'll probably keep it the same. We'll go with andesite instead of diorite. And then we use smooth stone as it's such a, like, bland building block. What could we do different? Because we're going to run into the same thing if it's just going to be visually bland. We're not trying to create anything spectacular here. But I do think maybe we could put a color on either side. Like, we used a little bit of green and purple. Let's change those colors over this time. We had beds and stuff as well, didn't we? Like, what's going to be quite neutral and pop out? I don't think you can go with yellow. Like, what about those two colors facing off? Or magenta and... Magenta and lime is kind of nice. Purple and blue are quite dark. Orange and light blue? Or orange and lime? Orange and lime looks kind of alright. I think I like that one the most. I think I like that. So, like... Oh look, there are carpets on top. Again, a good reason to kind of do this on the fly. When we're actually in the world, yeah. So then we'll have to put lime beds back there. Look at those scar heads. I remember that. We won't have any of those in here. Those are just from where players were killing each other and stuff. We'll keep the chests in the grounds. They got lights underneath them. We don't need as much lighting in the area anymore due to how the lights have changed since Season 7. So we can probably revisit that idea. That block is necessary. Okay, let's come over here and do light blue beds. So yeah, there really is just the question of like what these materials should be made out of. So again, the wall blocks at the back, we don't have corresponding colors unless we change them to fences. I really think I'm quite convinced now that having walls in the concrete colors would be really good. Oh man, so many noises again. Jag Unlimited 81. Arashan Shelf. Eden 158. We got Audius 87 here for 23 months. No idea why I can't share my sub anniversary now when I shared it last week, but oh well. Oh, I don't know. Don't know what's up with that. Bard Ziozek, thank you for your Prime. We got Zombie Soccer Mum and Alcmiro 4480 with the Amazon Prime. Appreciate it. Thanks for using that on me. What about terracotta colors? That's a good idea. Let's go grab... In fact, let's grab lime wool and use this feature here to remind us of all the lime tinted blocks. Lime concrete is just so close that all of this could be built out of it. Is this going to be good for the area though? Because like we want the aesthetic of the whole place to be really cool. We are trying to make it look good. We just don't have a lot to work with because it's like an arena and a lot of this stuff is kind of not for decorative uses, you know? Could we possibly put more sand on the outside here? Like just have sand in the back area. I think that's quite nice. And then we can load in some soft detail with smooth sand and cracked. So yeah, I think we're gonna have sand around like that. This lime though is a bit ugh, I think. Like what other... I think the terracotta is softer basically, isn't it? It's going to be way softer. Yeah, softer in many ways. Okay. It kind of suits the green a bit more. On the opposite side, like what I'm thinking is like let's look at these two contrasts. Like how do they match up? I feel like they match up very well. If we went for orange over here, and then orange terracotta, that feels way more like that. That feels way more like that to me. I think that will be our color combo then. Why can't I select anything? There we go. Teku Burger, thank you so much for 4 months of support, my dude. Appreciate it. Prime Jones says, I love your channel, just wondering how you are. Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, my dude. So when we change these blocks here to this, I think they're going to look pretty cool. I think that's kind of it, really. Maybe we need like one block between. It would probably be terracotta. So this goes like that. And then your normal default terracotta is here. And then that gives Cleo, who's my partner in crime here, I think you could do something really nice for the seating area, starting with terracotta, right? Also, like, hang on a second, this is Big T. So, us using terracotta for the build style, that kind of like, you know, rubs it in a little bit, doesn't it? Solidifies the theme. I think we got it. I think we got it, chat. The only other thing I might change is this wall back here. Are there any others that fit terracotta a little bit more? I've got a feeling this new packed mud wall might suit the aesthetic. It does on that side. Over here, though, it's just it fits in a little too well on that side. Could be overthinking this. I can't help but feel that, like, right? No. Just a neutral colour again. Yeah, I might just go with andesite for all the walls. Actually, there's probably a reason, like, why this has some differences, so it's, like, distinct. Just visually. Okay, we'll probably leave that as that then. Right, I think we got everything. I think we sussed out all the changes we're going to make here. And although they're half achieved, here, that's all they need to be. For now. Probably put some, like, glow lichen up the top here, I imagine. Also, like, team names in banners, like red, R-E-D. But we're orange. Like a 5 of the 2 5-letter colours. You know, lime is 4. Just before we go, I doubt there's going to be 2 perfectly fitting. Like, green is 6. Oh, sorry, green is 5. It's almost doable, but it's not. I don't think it's worth the hassle. Like green versus brown, you could do. Big T, Lil T. Yeah, I guess so. I might do that. I might put team names on it, but we'll sit on that one. Okay, we got Sanika Apaki here for 3 months. Guy222U, thank you for the Prime. Sliblix, thank you for subscribing. Cho Chu, thank you for the Prime. We got Crappy Toast here for 31 months. 31, did you know that in French, the expression Torrente Eton 31 refers to someone who is well dressed? Learned a random fact. I feel like I will never remember that. But thank you so much for 31 months. Appreciate it. Okay, so we got our area. We just need to save the schematic. And then head over to Hermitcraft. And now we can fit this in the area and start working on it, I guess. Okay. Shochu, thank you for the Prime. Worth was taken. Thank you for subscribing. Peon142. Thank you so much. Yes, my lord. What is it? Utiezo Cheesty. Thank you for the Prime. Look, I'm just going to put the butcher animation on there, because clearly names be getting butchered over here. Alright, let's figure out how we're going to fit this thing in. Loader schematic. Dodgeball. Okay, let's go swing the view around. Oh, we're all below. I'm probably up, like, really high in the world as well. Spam that button. Spam it. Right, we're probably at a good height now. Okay. Go into the menu. Nope, wrong button. Oh, we're at 120. Dang, okay, we're at 124 peeps. I guess I should have waited until I see something appear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Redonkulous. Redonkulous. Okay. There's the game. I'm gonna have to clear out some trees as I figure out where this is gonna go. So just for starters, like that. Definitely gonna shimmy it to the right a little bit. And in terms of the height, like, we need to go down about 5 blocks, I think, so... I think I might build this one sunken down a little bit to fit into the train, but also as you, like... Oh, do I want to rotate this at all? I think I might want to rotate this, yeah, because of, like, how you enter the whole thing. So let's go... we just need 1 rotation, I think. I said it would go down by about, like, 5, but we'll go a little bit more than that. Yeah, you could build, like, a little arena around this thing if you wanted to. It'd be kind of cute. I think I want to go that way a few more blocks, though. Let's raise it up and go... Right, now let's go chop some trees. As we've got to... Well, let's have one more look, actually, and then chop some trees. Yeah, there's plenty of room here for, like, some seating, a path to the middle. On this side, we'll have, like, a walkway to get to either side. Which happens to be the opposite of the actual entrance. So, because of that, I do things the hard way sometimes. Well, actually, no. Maybe it's the easier way. Because I could just, in my head, be like, you know, when we get to that bit, I'll move it around and build it different to the schematic. But that can be quite annoying to have to deviate from a schematic. Like, it just is somehow, you know. So if we're like the paths at this level and we go in, we kind of arrive a little bit higher. I think we want to be 2 blocks lower. And then this way to about there. And now I think we need to come back a couple of blocks. So that, I think, is what we're working with. So let's go clear those trees now. Although having one more look at it, if you want to build an arena on that side, it's a little bit on the death drop. Okay. Final adjustments. I'm going to go with that. Let's go chop some trees. Let's get an axe. Need an axe to chop trees, don't you? I heard you do. Gay XB, thank you for the prime. 5 does art. Chaotic Hive. X-ray equals ban. Sky Creeper. Sun15235. Thank you everyone for subscribing. Mystical made 24 months. That's 2 whole years. Thank you for your tremendous support, Mystical Maid. Untios Chasty, whose name I absolutely butchered. Thank you for gifting a sub to Robinio2001. Very kind of you to do that. I just claimed the code for my skin and it's not on my account. If you're in Java, you have to wait until July the 8th for it to appear. Have you considered distributing the potion via a dropper like MCC does with dodgeballs and arrows? I haven't. How do they do that on MCC? They did it on ZF's server as well, using redstone. So, how do you know when, like, one team has shot? Or is it like you could do it on a timer? I'll have a little think about that. A dropper can send a potion up through the sand to the player, that's for sure. See, I don't like the idea, though, of, like, too many potions going in at once. I forgot how we did it last time, but I think the idea is that you turned around and you picked up your potion, but, like, it was part of the game. So, like, if one team were holding onto a potion, then they might snipe you when you turn around. That's kind of how I remember it. Yeah, we could do it on a timer. And you could still hold on to it if you wanted to. That would all just be part of the game, right? Admiral Ordinary. I like the username. Thank you for the prime. Zerium and DX Les. Thank you for the primes as well. Dude, this is the biome with the tall birch. Making me do extra work. I should grab some scaffolding for this. I really want to build with more birch leaves, so I should probably snag a few of those while we're here. Okay. Right. Put that down. All I'm doing is chopping trees, and already I've got a cluster of these suckers showing up. Did I not craft that? I did not. Dang it! I actually kind of want to leave some of these on the edge without ripping them all off. Oh, I guess that one's just going to look a bit janky. That's its lot in life, to look janky. Black Weezers, thank you for the prime. Very much appreciate it. Welcome to all the peeps tuning in. Still got loads of people tuning in. Probably coming from the episode that's live on the channel. Sheep grazer timer. I think when it comes to the timer, it'll be something predictable. Sheep grazing will just be random and can potentially add like minutes in between. I don't think we want. Okay, over here you can see a clear... Like, you want to look for like the disconnect. You want to look for where the trees are no longer touching each other, and then you can chop those ones down and know that all the leaves there in that cluster will disappear. But yeah, no, it's a really interesting idea to do the potions on a timer. I'm just not sure if it merits it or not, like, because the system we had before was pretty fine, honestly. Right, are we going to take this one out as well? I think we might as well. Use Sculpt to detect when a potion is thrown. That might do it. That might do it. So, like, you detect it being thrown and then dispense it to the other side. That way you can just alternate, like, one and one. So the second it gets thrown, the other side gets their potion, yeah. The other thing is, though, like, we played as teams, and everyone in the team, I think, was allowed a potion. I'll have to go back and watch the game again, I think. Like, I have to do research first. So today we'll focus on just getting this arena shape, like, ready. But I'll do some research. In fact, I'm going to make a note on my phone so I don't remember later. Burn Mobile, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. I thought it said something else at first. I won't repeat what I thought it said. Right, I'm making a note to research that later. And I'll watch back the old games where we played it, and then I'll have a think on what to do. Because there's rhyme and reason to the way it was set up, right? And if we forget that, we might build something different and find out, uh-oh, there's a reason we did it that way. Just watched your video on the capes. If it's only right, I watch your stream to get it now, says Crack Hot Lord. Yeah, 15 minutes and then you'll get a code in your notifications. Okay, let's go over this way a little bit. Nice. Very nice. Also, give me some leaves. Alright. Dude, this purple box is so annoying. It's a very useful tool, but it's also very annoying. Like, aesthetically, it gets, like, done, I guess, but it don't look pretty. It don't look pretty. It's doing its job, says Mertriel. It is indeed. I like the capes being free for everyone, says Bjorn. We were discussing this the other day. I was saying, you know, capes used to be these, like, mega rare exclusive things. But some of them still are, I guess. Some of those cape designs are still, like, you know, crazy rare. And now more people can get a hold of them. Right, and then we'll chop down this. Isn't there a key to hide the render? There is, but I'm using it, right? I'm moaning at how what I need to see is visually disgusting. Like, could there be a more elegant way to demonstrate, you know, the information it's trying to convey? Because this purple is just so garish on the eyes. Okay. Well, that will go. Got some nice tall trees around there that aren't in the way. And we've got a bunch of ones here that need taking out. Right, and then once they're not touching, you should be good. I remember everyone getting Optifine for capes when survival games was a thing, says Pion. Yeah, the Optifine capes have never, like, been quite the same as having actual capes. You only see them if someone else has got Optifine on. And Optifine has, yeah, sort of gone... Well, I don't think it was ever actually a really good mod, based on how it was done. But over time, like, other far better optimization mods have certainly won out on it. And these days it's not very good for improving performance. Right. I think that'll kind of do for now. Let's turn this off then. Pick up a few more drops. I'm a sucker for picking up all these drops. Are there other cool capes to get apart from the TikTok, Twitch, and Creeper ones? Yeah, there's been, like, other ones over the years, right? But right now, I don't know. I don't think they're going to add any more. But who knows? Actually, it might be in, like, half an hour that they usually tweet. Like, the Minecraft Twitter kind of runs on a schedule. I just can't remember if it's 5 or 4 o'clock. So, like, on the hour, there will be something today. And, like, my hope's on high. I really think it's just going to be stuff that's pretty pants. Let's go check. I'm going to go check quickly. I should have a tab for it. So, like, what is there today? No, they haven't done today's. So, it'll probably be in half an hour that we get to know what, like, the next celebration thing is. Okay, let's go put that back on. So, we're going below the level of the dirt there. Which I think is about right. So let's go chop out a few blocks. Yeah, we want to go one lower than that. And we want to figure out where the corners of this thing are, basically. So to over here. Okay, get rid of that. Was it that height? Yes, it was. I think we might have even wanted to go one lower still. Yeah, one lower than that. Alright, okay, and then where's the other corner? Go find the other one. Down here. Yeah, so if we get all of that connected, then I don't have to rely on having this on. Well, I didn't expect to be doing this much work, you know, digging, preparing. I kind of thought this would be a simple thing, but I guess, yeah, we've got areas to clear and we've got to prepare it all. You know how Minecraft works. So right, bring it all down to there, and then we'll go to the opposite corner. And because it's a rectangle, you know, we've got the corners marked out. Now we can just chill and break blocks for a while and talk about stuff. What do you want to chat about today, peeps? Are there plugins on the server? Any underrated ones, says Mr. Hooli G. No, we don't have any plugins on the server. There was a pink for voting, right? I don't know what that means. Pink for voting. More noises in the ear, though. Sonic Liam, Doxy22, Coacham, Dara, and Dapiffy Live. Thank you for your Amazon Prime subscriptions. I appreciate y'all using them on me. Very kind of you to do that. Thank you. Xisuma, what do you think about the guitarist Buckethead? I think he's an amazing guitarist with some absolutely amazing songs. Are there any plans for a modded Hermitcraft server in the future? There are no plans for a modded Hermitcraft server. What armor stand data packs are you running this time? I saw Sky using something other than the book. Oh yeah, we've migrated from using the book to using a mod, which does the same thing as the book. It's just one of those things where you realize, like, oh, actually, like, you know, now that we use this thing, like, the GUI is kind of what holds it back. So, like, why not use something that's got a better GUI? And we found a mod that solves that problem, and we started using the mod instead. Hey X, who makes the art for your PFP and banners? I don't know what PFP is. Who is your favourite hermit and why is it Efo? Efo is the GOAT, you know. He's the original guy who inspired a lot of us. Like, a lot of Hermitcraft roots are in technical Minecraft, and he's, you know, one of the early innovators in the technical part of the game, and just the way he plays the game is very inspiring. And, you know, being like-minded people, it's not really... Like, it felt weird at one point in time that we'd all end up on this server together and, like, find out that we all sort of, you know, watch similar YouTubers and stuff, and then again it makes sense because, you know, you attract similar-minded people, right? So, like, it's no wonder that a lot of us come from that sort of circle of Minecraft. PFP is profile picture. Oh, Mixanu does that, yeah. Sim Salabim Joachim. Thank you for the prime. I don't think I actually butchered that one. I managed to get that one done. Tipsy says who's online? Just me and Pearl. Pearl's also streaming. Got yourself some dual Hermitcraft action if you need it. Watch out, Mr. Sheepy. Dude, this area is kind of massive. I just kind of realised it. Like, it's not really that small. It feels small. But then when you're clearing out this area, it's like, dude, how big is this dodgeball area? Almost there. Oh, look at that. One little bit. What are the plans for this area? To build mini-games. And lots of them. What do? I'm lost in the nether and forgot to write down coordinates, says Rocky. Well, maybe heading towards 0-0 might be a good shout to try and find your world spawn. I mean, maybe try and get your hands on flint and steel and obsidian while you're there so you can make a portal and go to the overworld. And maybe play with F3 or like coordinates on so you, if you die, you know where your stuff is. Alright? Prepare for all situations and scenarios. Yeah, so from the path, which kind of goes up and down a little bit, I think actually I'd want this to be lower, so, you know, you sort of step up a little bit maybe and then drop down into the arena. Be how actually I could very easily just no I can't, that's the sand layer. Okay, never mind. Right, I think it's kind of unavoidable, but the next thing to do is to go gather the resources, right? Doesn't really make sense to do much else. I always find it's a good idea to write stuff down, otherwise you'll forget something. Okay, so notepad time. Time to make a note. Let's have a look. So we need terracotta of the... So lime versus orange. Terracotta. Wall with some of it. We need andesite for walls. Stone bricks for walls. I mean, there's some redstone. I'll have that covered. There's beds. We need the wall for that. I got that. Chests. I might as well write these things down. Glowstone, magma blocks, and then sands. Plural, because we'll take several different types to do the aesthetic. That's going to be the whole floor, so we might as well just start with that. Dispenser and other stuff, like fireworks in it, that can come later. Yeah, we're just looking at getting the playable area bit kind of put together for now. Then I might actually turn my attention to brewing the potions. We've got a lot of potions to brew, like poison and damage potions. They also, I think they only need to be damage 1 because pretty sure you play with half a heart, so you don't need it to be a damage 2 potion. But I don't think that would be a huge inconvenience. Could do with a trip to the end to repair my tools as well, you know. That is the hardest one to like always see in my inventory because it looks more like a tool because the color is very similar to the dark GUI background. So like whenever I'm trying to pick that one out to organize and put it back again, it's always like, ugh, for a moment. Don't know what's going on. Hey, Matt Shorty, thank you for 3 months tier 1 subscription there. Thank you so much, my dude. Ooh, has that changed since we were last here? I feel like there's more things there now. Ren was on earlier. Anyway, how are y'all enjoying today's stream? Be sure to hit the follow button while you're over here. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Don't know if I'll do an evening or a morning stream tomorrow. But Wednesday I'm probably going to stream in the morning before snapshot time. So I'm going to wake up early, probably do one quite early in the day actually. I'm going to go for a run on Wednesday. Dang. I went for a run Sunday. Man, the knees are better. I'm running again. I love it. Lord of Hayvans, thank you for the prime. And C-Row, thank you for subscribing. Also, right. My resting heart rate, I think the lowest I ever got it was like 41. And it used to be down at 43 because I got a Fitbit, so I know what my resting heart rate is. That's really good. That's really good. But then over the years where I've been able to run less, it's slowly gone up and up and up. And then, like, for quite a long time, it's been in, like, 52, 53, 54, and I'm always like, oh, man, I want to get it back down again. Obviously, that's not really a problem, right? Like, it's more of a sign that you're not running as much and you know you want to be running more again. Anyway. Literally over, like, the last week, where I've had a couple of runs and slowly getting back into it, dropped down to 49 today, you know? Slowly coming down to 49. So I'm hoping I can bring it back down to 41 again. Another thing that might be helping with it is mindset. Like, I have been so less stressed the last few weeks. I've been continuing to try and, like, pay more attention to how I think and feel about what I do and how I do it. Focus more on enjoying time and stop letting, gotta make a video, feel stressful, you know? And I think that might also be playing a role. The fact that I feel physically less stressed, perhaps. Resi T, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right. Some more noises coming in there. We need to go get more sandstone than this to do the project. I could honestly go fill these up in a biome and then grab some terracotta. That's probably enough to get the job done. It all feels a little too close, doesn't it? Like, that might not be enough for the job. So, let's go fill these up. That'll be our next task. We'll also take a trip to the end after that to repair our tools. So, more talkie time with X. How does that sound? Gregor Nugget, thank you so much for subscribing, my dude. Appreciate it. We're going to go gather some resources and we can talk about stuff and things. Weather Painter says, I love how people have actually done the math. What's the math? Hey, what's your 10k personal best? Oh. Can I even remember? I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I want to say it was like 55 minutes, but I could be completely wrong. It could be like half an hour. I forget how long it takes to run a 10k. I think it's around an hour. And I've got like 55 minutes on tab somewhere. Penelope Sky says, my resting is 35. I had to turn off the alert on my watch as I thought I was dead. You should probably go see a doctor about that, like, immediately. Because you can actually bring your heart rate low enough for it to be a risk when you sleep. There was a cyclist, and cyclists are incredibly fit, but extreme exercise can tend to go the other direction where now you're actually, like, pushing your body beyond where it should be. This cyclist had a resting heart rate so low, it was down in the 30s, that they had to have special equipment to stop them from basically dying in their sleep. Had to like wake them up, and they had to exercise in the middle of the night and stuff. So you should absolutely go talk to a doctor like ASAP. Like no risk at all. Like if your resting heart rate is that low, you quite possibly have some sort of condition that needs attending to. So you know, go take care of that. Let's get a beacon set up over here. I forgot about that aspect of this. Euphoria, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Polar Pup 72 and Diamond Dragon 416. Thank you for the prime. I've just finished watching all your episodes from season 1 till now. I quite like the change in your voice and energy. Really enjoyed it, says Sanchez. Thank you for checking all of them out, man. That's a huge batch of content right there. Yeah, obviously, you know, doing this for a living over time, you learn to express yourself better. And yeah, going back and seeing those old episodes, it's a little bit... Hello, YouTube. Xisuma here. I'm still alive. Well, what did you expect? Dude, that was such a meme for a long time, but like, it goes to show how your channel will age and people will like come and go. Is that when you see that like fade away and there's less people talking about that in a live stream, it kind of reminds me of like, yeah, the audience has shifted again, right? Oh, we can collect some orange while we're here too, because we need that. We done need that. When I mine terracotta, I'm always trying to like only get terracotta and not pick up any other block. But like, it's so silly. Just pick them all up, you know. Pick them all up, basically. What I will do though, let's throw down these two boxes. Not that one, this one. Put them near the beacon, and any that aren't, we'll chuck into here. But all the orange, regular, will go into that one. That way I can be a little more careless, you know? And it'll be quicker. Dark Solid X, thank you for your cheers and your biddies. Hi, Xisuma, I'm ready to join at any time. Just give the word. Lol, joke. How was the Hermitcraft livestream weekend going? Hope no one died. Oh. I caught little bits of it. So I don't know if there were any shenanigans afoot. Yeah, I caught very little of it, actually, now that I think about it. I watched, I think it was a bit of a live stream on Zed's channel to see what Zits were up to. They were getting dolphins, like Scar had done. I saw a little bit of that. Yeah, otherwise, I pretty much didn't see any of it. Just out all day. Busy doing stuff. I had one of those days where at the end of the day, I was like, man, I am exhausted. I'm just gonna, like, watch a movie and chill out. Actually, I watched a movie called Disturbia. I'd seen it back in the day, and I enjoyed it again. It's not a cracking movie or anything, but I really like movies from that era, like 90s into noughties. The tone of them. I think it's just a little bit of a comfort thing, a bit of nostalgia. You just reminds you of some good old times or something like that. But it had Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. In the movie. I didn't even recognize him. I had to look it up. And I was like, oh, it's Shia LaBeouf. I guess when he was in that movie, like when you saw it back in the day, he probably wasn't like a big name yet, so just kind of... To be fair though, I don't know, I haven't really seen that many movies with him, and I can't think of like what big movies he's been in. He just... That just do it thing is what I know. Just do it! Leon, you love watching the videos and other hermits and the Xisuma Says stuff. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't put a video out on there in a while. Every time I do, I get this like impetus to start doing stuff there again. But I'm just chill with it. Like if something cool happens, and we talk about something interesting, we'll clip it, put it on there. But otherwise, like it's not really a priority of mine anymore. I think I used to talk a lot more because I was engaging with more news and. News, I find just the news cycle to be so negative. Like, there's a natural propensity to talk about negative stuff or put your attention on it. And it's just kind of draining. they used to talk about like a lot of like what's going on in the world and all of this, and I feel so much happier not engaging with that stuff as much anymore. I catch wind of some things now and then, but I mostly don't pay attention to news anymore. It just made me miserable. Andrew Brown says, good news doesn't get clicks, I guess. It doesn't. I used to be subscribed to this good news channel thing that was a thing on YouTube, like, in the early days. I don't know whatever happened to that, but... yeah, I don't know, lost my way with it or something. Good news doesn't get as much clicks, it's true. Molly the Spy says, I don't watch Xisuma, says, too preachy, no offense. Sure. I don't think I'm preachy. I think I put across my points openly and try and tell people, like, where they come from. I think it's really important. Like, how many times have you listened to a podcast, right, with someone telling you a bunch of information about something? And then, like, if you think about it, they could be saying anything, right? Like, there's a lot to sounding confident and sounding like you're the guy who knows or whatever, right? I'm the authority here. You can speak with a lot of confidence, but just because you speak with confidence and authority doesn't mean that you know, you are the one in the know. And so on occasions, I have encountered information that I have known to be false, to be wrong, not true, whatever you want to say. And it just kind of made me realize, hang on a second, like, you get a lot of information from podcasts, but you have to put a lot of trust in who you're listening to too. And sometimes people, you know, people can be, have all the right intentions, but have just found the wrong information or something. Or got the wrong angle on something. So I think it's important when you convey your opinions and ideas, whatever it is, to kind of lay it out with more, like, where did you learn about that? Where did you hear about it? What might be wrong about it? You know, just give more of that kind of context to things. So, like, I hope I don't come across as preachy, because I'm trying to also, like, here's what I think, but here's why I might be ignorant about it, right? Like, that's how I try and do stuff. Daredevil says, I only trust Joe Rogan. Please do not. If that's a meme, hilarious. If not, oh dear. I tuned into a couple of his clips recently, and some of the nonsense getting said, it's like, oh... like, he was talking about Dyson spheres and just getting so much of it wrong. Which is fine. Like, everyone's entitled to get stuff wrong, but I'm just sick of it. Oh, we got more noises. I'm behind again. Oh my god, really far behind. This is what happens when I waffle. I just get distracted. Winvold, thank you for the prime. Skink, thank you for gifting subs to Bicyclic Wolf, Mersky969, Polished Andesite Block. We also got, oh, Miss Salona, thank you for gifting that sub as well. Underwood, thank you for gifting a sub to Emote Dispenser. The Judge of Juries, thank you for the prime. Neoe22, Ball Cracking, Neon Blue is Real, Slush Fiend, thank you so much for the primes. We got Penelope Sky here with cheers and bits, X. And others, thank you for the concern of how low my heart rate is. Don't worry, I've been to the doctors and I'm going to do an Ironman in August, so I'm just stupid fit at the moment. Interesting, okay. Like, if you've been to the doctor, that's awesome. Like I said, with being an extreme athlete and doing an Ironman, like, it does swing the other way. There are risks with that, but if you're doing an Ironman, I imagine you probably know all about that. And if you're going to the doctor, you probably... sounds like you're probably doing all the right things, right? I've never managed to get a Dyson sphere right either. Never gone to work, says another JT. Yeah, a Dyson sphere, right, is named after the guy who came up with it. I keep thinking the name Edwin Dyson or something, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting that wrong. I know the guy's surname is Dyson, right? And it's a theoretical concept. It's like, hey, if we're looking for life, what might aliens be doing out there? Okay? So if you think logically to some extent about these things, there's this idea that the biggest source of energy in a galaxy, as far as, or a solar system, let's say, as far as we know it. If I'm, again, I might be using the wrong terminology. Solar system is like our collection of planets around the sun. So there's lots of solar systems. Freeman Dyson, thank you, thank you. Freeman Dyson. So, like, if we look at stars, we might see things constructed around them that harvest the energy. And therefore, it might be a sphere that encompasses the sun. So when we're out there using our telescopes and looking for things, if we see stars that are partially obscured, maybe they're what we're going to call a Dyson sphere. Maybe this is a sign of an alien civilization harvesting energy from the sun. It could be, though, that, you know, the more advanced things get, it turns out that that's incredibly inefficient and that fusion energy or something is, like, brilliant and you don't need that. Anyway, like, I tuned in and the discussion about it was just getting so butchered and going in all these quacky places. And I was just like, what is this? What is this? Like, I don't claim to know all the answers, but I do enjoy listening to podcasts with, like, reputable people in science. And I feel like I've learned enough to know, like, to smell when someone's talking nonsense. And was it Terrence Howard or whatever? There was just some nonsense talk going on there. Like, yeah, it sounds smart, you know, dividing by affinity and all this sort of stuff, but, like, actually, there's people that do, like, real science and real hard work on this stuff, and it's not all loosey-goosey like they're talking about it. I don't know, it's just, like, annoyed me. Archael says you don't bring any valid counter-arguments, though. My counter-argument is, like, they talked about something and just got it horribly wrong, right? Maybe it's just the nature in which they talk. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's something like there's these cosmologists and they're, like, you know, looking, aliens are building Dyson spheres and stuff, and it's like, and then they just butchered what a Dyson sphere was. I think he said, like, it's built around a solar system, and it's like, oh. Oh wait, that's... No, we got all the boxes, we got all the boxes. Let's hear about Xisuma's cube. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any of my own theoretical ideas on that wavelength. I don't know. Pyro, E, Power Echo 2, Server, Paul So Small, Yogurt, Plum Lake, Epic Diamonds, Quipper 999, Children of Ren, Nuclear Hedgehog. Y'all been gifted subs by Voodoo Vandal. Voodoo, thank you so much for the gifting of the subs, my dude. Very much appreciated. We got Ligel here with the Prime and Max Kino subscribing. Thank you so much, peeps. Thank you so much. The only like real theory that I had when I was like young that I used to think about a lot, and it's definitely one of those like, whoa man, like what if there's a parallel universe, bro? Like that level of thinking, right? I used to think like, okay, time moves forward in increments, right? And like, what if you pause time and then you are like a godlike being? You can see the entire universe, everything everywhere. You understand like this slice of time, what every little atom interacting with each other is going to do, right? And then you play the next step, and it's like you could predict everything that's going to happen in the next little slice of time. And then I would think, so like you don't have to understand what happens in the next slice of time to know that it would follow some sort of laws of physics. And therefore I thought, like, so nothing can be random, right? Like, everything follows these laws, and therefore, in a way, if you had the godlike knowledge, everything is predictable. So, like, you know, the next slice, the next instance of time will be one particular way, because it all follows these physical laws. And this even extends to, like, your own thoughts and stuff. If it's taking place in this physical reality and it's following these laws, then isn't it like something just playing itself out, like a song just playing itself out, just going from one bit to the next, and every time you play it, it'll always be the same. Now, I'm not saying that it is, it was just a little theory of mine, but I've since learned a lot about actual science and stuff that kind of kind of, I don't know, like, doesn't... I guess it validifies to some extent, but, you know, certainly... I'm not trying to say, like, my ideas are thought out to the point that they're a theory and that they're correct or anything, but just that I've learnt stuff that, you know, actually that's, like, not a bad direction to think in, because the way that physics works, as I've understood it, or it's been explained, is that time is an arrow that can go in both directions, and that things do play out physically like that, and that they can play out the same way in both directions. And then the only thing that, like, messes with it a little bit is quantum reality. Again, I'm probably going to be just using the absolute wrong terminology here, but in quantum physics, like down at the quantum level, things work probabilistically, and often that gets talked about as working randomly, which I don't think random actually exists. Like, random to me just, like, hurts my brain. Like what is the source of something if it's random, you know? And quantum mechanics often gets described as being random, but listening to some podcasts with, like, quantum physicists, they'll correct that and say it's probabilistic as opposed to random. So, you know, it's like rolling a dice. You've got a probability of 1 in 6 of getting whatever number it is you thought of. Anyway, I'm watching the chat come up with their own opinions and debate or whatever. Like, I don't want to get into it because I've discussed it so many times. I was just making an example of, like, a little thought idea that I had a long time ago. Isaac 16511, thank you for the prime. Barney Killer, thank you. Kaio Maid, Isaac, thank you for gifting a sub to Mollius. It's also led me to believe in, like, determinism. I don't believe in free will, which you might find a little strange. I'm also using the word believe because I can't be certain about it. It just, to me, it feels like free will is an illusion. And whenever I bring that up, most people tend to disagree with me, and that's fine. It's just how I feel. Based on many arguments I've listened to, like advocating for looking at the world as if we didn't have free will. And yeah, I don't know. I prefer the deterministic way of seeing things. Ellen Dorino says, I don't see the difference between probabilistic and random. Isn't that kind of the definition of random? Okay, so it's not, and it's really good to understand the difference between what random and probabilistic is. So the idea of random, we all understand, is like random as in no influence upon, as in, like, if I say pick a random number to you, you're going to probably pick some number is going to come to the front of your mind, right? When they do studies on large groups of people where they say pick a random number, they find numbers like 1 and 2 don't come up nowhere near as much as, you know, numbers nearer the middle. Numbers nearer the middle tend to come up a lot more, right? People also tend to not give you a decimal for some reason. It's still a valid number, right? This hints that there are some preconditions existing in the minds of us that when we're asked to do something random, our methodology for random isn't random, right? Like, one of the most popular numbers picked when asked for a random number is 69. Why is that? Right? Because people like to have a little giggle, a little chuckle. So this is showing you that, like, that's not random, even though you've asked to be random. If you think about things taking place in physical reality and say, like, can it truly be random? I don't think something can be random because we appear to exist inside a reality that has laws and structure that has to be obeyed, right? Like, you can't just break the laws of gravity because you feel like it. So to me, it feels intuitively like there isn't actually anything that is truly random, that there's always some influence or force. So when we say probabilistic, it means that we break down these results that look like they're random and they become probabilities, i.e., if you did this thing, roll the dice, you've got like a 1 in 6 chance of getting this number, right? So that's the difference between probability and random. AI is random, says YOLO Boy. It's not. It's AI has, like, you know, neural networks that process information. It's an information processor. You give it an input and it gives you an output, right? Like, again, it's not random. It's all got pre-existing conditions going on. Bilb says probability feels random to us. It does sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, like, things that are probabilistic can sometimes feel random. Like, if you ever been through like an event or something that felt like spooky or random in some way, like if you started to like zoom out and think about it from a different perspective, it might not. Like when you think very individually about things, stuff can feel a little spooky and like, oh wow, what are the odds of that? Let's say you go outside, right, after listening to this live stream, and the weather changes and you get struck by lightning 3 times, and you're like, oh my god, I got struck by lightning 3 times after Xisuma said, let's make it a tiny bit more realistic. Let's just say you get struck 1 time by lightning, and you're thinking, what are the odds of Xisuma talking about getting struck by lightning and then I got struck by lightning, right? That seems really spooky. That seems odd. What's behind that, right? But then, okay, I'm not talking to just you. How many people are watching? I'm talking to 1,500 people. So already that feeling, we can go, well, actually, it's still pretty weird, but there were 1,500 other people who heard that as well. Okay, what if I was streaming to 150,000 people? 1 million people? Then how would you feel about it? What if I had said something that was actually a little more likely to happen? Like, you go outside and you find, you know, some money on the ground. Oh, that's great. And then you go to the shops and you treat yourself or whatever. Now, if I hadn't explained all of that to you, if I just said, hey, if I randomly in my stream said, hey, after the stream, you're going to find some money and go to the shops, right? Now, 1,500 people, I got no idea if that's enough, but I imagine there's a threshold somewhere where I could say something and it would actually happen to someone, and then they would probably feel like, whoa, that was really weird. I watched that Xisuma stream and he said this would happen, and then it did. But they forget that I wasn't talking to just them. I was talking to a lot of people, right? And so sometimes we go through things and things happen to us and we just forget that we're part of a larger population, and that the phenomenon that happened maybe wasn't that unique as well. People do get hit by lightning and survive. And also, the novelty of a story can help it travel as well. So, like, you know, you've probably heard about a guy who has been hit by lightning on multiple occasions, and it's like, whoa, you know, what are the... That's crazy. What, there's some guy in Australia who's been hit by lightning 20 times in his life? That's crazy. What's that about? But it's like, well, but there's there's 8 billion people on this planet, right? So run the experiment. There's thunderstorms happening all around the world all the time. You know, it's always snowing somewhere. It's always raining somewhere. So then, okay, wait a minute. 8 billion people? Well, someone's probably going to get hit by lightning a few times out of that many people, right? This is the way you want to think about things. The law of large numbers, says El Duderino. There you go. Yeah, the law of large numbers. Why am I trying to say the larger law numbers? You know? I don't know why. Stan1712, thank you for your Amazon Prime subscription. Kupek, Luke Skeleton as well. Music Dusty Live, thank you for the Prime. Isaac16511, thank you for gifting a sub to Mollius. And I think that brings us up to speed. If I've missed anyone, I always apologise. And if ever you gifted a sub, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We appreciate it ever so much. Another JT says, the human brain is really good at making connections. So good sometimes that there aren't actually connections there. Yeah, another great example. This uses way too much brain power for me to understand at 12 AM, says Leonard. It's honestly, it's not as hard as I'm probably making it sound. It's just about, like, not thinking of the event or the thing in a vacuum, right? Darren Brown did this really good experiment, right, in a TV show. He showed him giving predictions of horse races to one person, and he did this 6 times in a row, and they made a heck of a lot of money, right? And it's all legit. He asked this person to, like, record their whole experience, each week he would give them a horse to bet on. And then they went to the bookies, they bet on that horse and it won, right? So this guy has, you know, shown us, because everything's been recorded, you know, made sure it's all legit. It actually happened, right? Someone went to the bookies, put a bet on one of 6 horses, I think it was, every race for 6 weeks, and won a ton of money in the end, right? So that's a great hook for this show, right? You're okay, this Darren Brown guy's figured out how to win the races. How's it done? It shows you that you've just seen a select piece of what's been going on, because he also told a whole load of other people to do the same thing. Go to the bookies and put a bet on this horse. So he starts with, I don't know, what's 6 times 6? 36. The number's way bigger than that, actually, because it's like, you got to think of it like a pyramid. So you start with dang it, I can't do the numbers in my head well enough for you, because there's multiple rounds. But you need a lot of people. So like down at the very first round of all those 6, you're actually like in one race you've actually got 6 different people betting on each of the 6 horses, right? Cybot says 46,656. I think actually it might have not been 6 rounds for 6 then. Maybe it was less. Maybe there were only 3 rounds, because that's a heck of a lot of people to get participating. But anyway, he managed to get, you know, all the people participating. And the trick is, like, in the first round, let's say there's like 6 different races, okay, and 6 people in each 6 of those races. He tells them all what to bet on, okay. One person in each race wins because he's told them all a different horse. They all advance to the next round, and then he's got 6 candidates that he can tell what they got to vote on next. So like that way someone wins 2 in a row, except they coordinated this for like much bigger than that. So they probably had thousands of people participating, right? And like recording their own steps along the way and stuff. So like the point is, you've got this one person that's been told what to bet on and has won the whole thing and made tons of money, right? But you've also got all of these other people who are betting, and most of them were losing all the time. And some people would win once and then lose, or less people would win 2 in a row and then lose. But you would end up with, you know, 6 people in the very last race, and then one of them would win. Leonard says like a reverse pyramid. Yes, you've got it. You've absolutely got it. So you like extrapolate all of those races back, you know, and then at the beginning you've got a massive long line of people, and they're all going to go and do they're all going to bet on a different horse in a different race, and slowly you're going to filter through till you've got like 6 people who won all the different steps along the way, and now they're all betting in the last race. And of course you can assure that one of those people will win, and then you show the story of that person first, so it looks like you helped them win the races. And you did. You actually did. But the lesson here is just to think about stuff in reality when, you know, things are supposedly spooky, or what are the odds of that. It's like thinking about how these things take place in large populations. I'm not saying that everything spooky you've ever heard involves someone coordinating it, but just that things don't happen in a vacuum, and there's a lot of things happening on this planet every single day. A lot of things all over the place. Super Boom, thank you for your Amazon Prime. Ghost Queen 03, thank you for the Prime. Monox Fan 02, thank you for 7 months. Much appreciated, much appreciated. We're almost getting there with this stocking up of stuff, aren't we? Man, why can't static word problems be this interesting? I had to calculate the time it took a person to remove the seeds from a strawberry. I don't know what a static word problem is. I don't think I've heard that before. You saw Sleep Token last week and was interestingly reminded of me. Oh, okay. I'm not really a big Sleep Token fan. I really like their like more poppy melodic stuff. And like the djunty metal is strangely like not the thing I actually enjoy in their music that much. Statistics. So maybe we need to take a statistics class no matter what the major. I think critical thinking and statistics, a combination of those two would be really good for people to like have as part of a curriculum. I think it could go a long way to just, you know, helping people be way more like rational. have a better understanding of reality. They are the Imagine Dragons of metal. Imagine Dragons, there's just a band whose music, like, to me feels like soulless, and I hate to be that person. Like, I don't want to sound like some elitist, like, speaking down on stuff. I never do, but every time I've heard their music, it just feels so empty to me. And I couldn't tell you why it's like that for me. But, it really is. I wouldn't call them the Imagine Dragons of metal, though. I don't really like with Sleep Token. I think the better, or let's say the things that I enjoy in their music comes from the pop element. It doesn't come from the metal. Metal's in a bit of a strange place for me, where ever since Meshuggah, it feels like there's been a bit of a struggle to kind of get beyond that sound, and a lot of bands are just repeating the same old tricks with like trying to sound even heavier and crazier, and it's like, it feels like the genre needs like a bit of a new idea to inject some life into it, but I don't know what that idea is or where it is. I don't feel like I've heard it yet. Bambi Fug from Ireland, is that a recommendation? Statistics are awful. They can be made to say whatever you want depending on the data you get and how it's filtered, says Anna. No, I wouldn't word it like that at all. I understand your point. You can use statistics to manipulate things, but like, statistics are incredibly helpful and useful. They've probably been a core part of our advancements in technology and medical science, right? So, you can do bad science. You can do bad things with statistics. It's just something to be aware of, that, like, lies, and damn statistics, but statistics can be incredibly useful too. Probably the intent behind it that says something more. Polythea is hard to pigeonhole into a genre. I'm not too familiar with their stuff, but they're kind of a little bit more metallic, but kind of adjacent to this this scene. Pliny, I would put in that category, and Sithue. This like kind of like more jazz rocky approach to gent and metal, and very prog rocky as well. Like really gorgeous instrumentation and melodies and stuff. And I really like that sound. That's actually probably been one of the more exciting ones in metal, but interestingly, like it's not got that like die-hard metal feel to it, which is often like what a lot of the metal elite tend to go for. Twiddly guitars, says Becca. Twiddly guitars. Have you heard of the project Soulside Eclipse? What is your opinion of them? Never heard of them, mate. Never heard of them. Never heard of Soulside Eclipse. Whose music is that, I wonder? Reality Shift, thank you for subscribing, my dude. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Statistics being used wrong goes back to numbers being just arbitrary symbols. Maybe, yeah. What was the name of the Metallic Dragons band? Sleep Token. I wouldn't call them that. I wouldn't call them that. Anyway, check out Soulside Eclipse. Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms, YouTube, whatever it is. Did I already say that one? I don't know. Give it a listen. That's my music. Thank you for listening. Also, hit the follow button while you're doing stuff, Catch the next live stream, whenever that one is. There we go. All healed up. Healed up? Am I healed up? I think I'm healed up. I don't want to take all these back with me. Too many ender pearls. We need an ender pearl recycler. I'll tell you what would be a fun statistic. Maybe fun. I don't know. I'm a bit of a statistic nerd, I guess. Like, how many ender pearls have been produced on Hermitcraft each season? That would be interesting. What's your opinion on Eurovision this year, says Daniel. Daniel, we just spent the last 2 hours talking about my favourite show ever, Eurovision. Oh my god. Like, chat has just finished convincing me to not talk about it. So don't start me on it again or they get angry again. Jeez. Tuned in at the wrong time. Sorry, just got hit. It's alright, it's alright. Sorry, this happens a lot, I talk about Eurovision for hours on end over and over again, and chat gets really annoyed and frustrated with me. And I have to start. I literally just stopped, you know, like, they don't want me to start again or they'll probably threaten to leave. Can you remake your copper farm? I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I was going to work with Tango on one, but I don't know if we will, so... I just don't want to build the same farm again, but I might end up building it. We'll see. We'll see. I should probably go check, actually, quickly and see if there's any more profits. Might need to pull out my finger on that one. It's very popular. I've done a lot of organic mining, but I ain't had the itch to go mining just for copper lately. Let's go check on those profits. Oh, didn't I say I would set up my sorting system too? I'm in the wrong spot. Wait, I'm not supposed to be in here. This is the spot. Jeez. Copper's still good. Still good. Okay. They'll have to last a little while. I'll have to last. You had the copper permit, so it makes sense. Oh yeah, I thought that's why you were asking, because I sell copper. I don't know. I don't want to build this. Like, I've done a lot of building the same farm I did before, so it's, you know, not always a problem. Sometimes I want to build that farm that is really good or whatever, but with that one, I'm just like, you know, I'm just going to be logging on and doing the exact same thing I did last season. It just feels a bit, Like, I want to find something different. I want to find something fresh and new, but I don't know what that is. Right, so how this works is I need to come over here and unload all of this, don't I? I always put them up in this order. I could actually just put them in any old order, couldn't I? Any old order. Daredevil, thank you for your cheers and biddies, my dude. Much appreciated. Really appreciate your combos. We share the same wavelength. Awesome, my dude. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's always nice to hear like-minded people, right? I do think it's important to listen to people that think differently too, but yeah, every now and then you just wanna hear what you know. Yeah, as for that guy in chat earlier saying that they like Joe Rogan's show, like I listened to a heck of a lot of it back in the day, and it's really good. Like, he's a great interviewer, amazing curiosity and stuff. But it led me to follow some of the intellectuals, air quotes, that he brought on, and it led me into better spaces for some of the stuff he's curious in. And that's why I get frustrated now, is because I feel like I've found my way to better sources of information. And when you go back to that kind of like, I don't like using this term, but you know, the sort of like pothead type discussion. Like, I don't want to use that in a demeaning way. It's just, it gets frustrating once you've like learned the stuff they're actually talking about. And it's even more frustrating because it's like, you've had the people on your show that like know this stuff, and it just, I don't know, what happened to that? Because that's what kicked off this whole conversation, I guess. Like, I don't really watch it as much anymore, and whenever I tune in and check out a clip, I keep hearing nonsense, and it's like, what is going on? What is going on? Got another noise in the ear. It's Sparkly Raccoon. Thank you so much for subscribing, my dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Right, I've got to get my camera account in here. X, maybe a terrible but fun idea. Husk inverter to drowned copper farm. Wait, can you convert husks into drowns that drop copper? I have a feeling the drop rate just might be too slow. But if it weren't, that could be really cool. I just don't know about that. I might have to look into it. I would probably enjoy making a husk farm, because I've never made one before, but I don't know, like, the logistics of that. I'll make a note and do some research. How about that? Husk to zombies and then to drowns, but you can't separate the mobs. You can't convert a husk to a zombie, can you? Right, anyway, I've got my camera count in the area, so now we're going to have to do a little bit more sorting here. Oh dear God, this is appalling. This is literally appalling. Right. How much space does that give me? Probably enough. Let's put in some of the items that are going to disappear quickly up here. We could actually get this going straight away. Like, what am I waiting for? But yeah, we want these ones up here, and then we're probably good. Now we got all the space that we need. Right. Oh, I never turned my sound back up, did I? So many boxes. That's going to be busy all evening now. This thing's actually usually a lot quicker than I expect it to be. It's quite often that, you know, I'll come back in like 2 hours and be, oh, it's all done, is it? Okay, okay. Xlamon, thank you for gifting subs to SSKO and SQOU. If you've been gifted a sub, if you heard your name, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We sure appreciate it, you know. Alright, let's go. Oh, sound! I did just say sound. I said it and then forgot about it. Alright, I'm just going to go in this direction and maybe shout. Make loud noises. Can anyone hear me? Is there anyone here? I don't know where Pearl is. Pearl, are you here? So you got to be like that. Pearl, hello? You here? Yeah. Oh, wait, I can see her. Hello?
Hello?
Hi!
Oh, hello! Hi! What can I do you for, sir?
I'm looking for you. My strategy was just fly over your base and shout your name.
I cannot find her at all. Where is she? I'll help you find her.
Ah. That's the mail lady.
Ah, yes. I am the mail lady right now. What's up?
I see you're building a really cool curvy path. This looks awesome.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. Yes, I am currently working on it at the moment. I'm just tweaking the curve a bit. I'm going to add some cliff faces to either side of it as well.
Nice. Curves are tricky. This looks really good, though.
Ah, thank you. I decided to do it 4 hours ago.
Awesome. It's turned out great. You're streaming, right?
I am streaming indeed, yes.
And I'm guessing you're continuing working on this.
Yes, I have about a little bit over half an hour to go.
Cool, cool. See, I gotta jump off the computer now. I've been streaming for a couple of hours. I know you go for ages though. I don't know how you do it.
4 hours.
Dang, I'd be dizzy. I'd be like, I need a break.
I just give myself long projects to work on, and then I just have a good chat with everybody. That's how I run my streams.
It's
cool. Fun.
So yeah, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna send my peeps over, and then they can enjoy the curve.
Enjoy the curve. We've been doing a lot of curves today. I taught them a bit of circles.
Nice.
You know, did a few examples of that, and then we've just been kind of plodding away at this for a little bit.
Yeah, I need to be watching. I need some building lessons. I'm really getting into building this season.
I've seen that. It's so good to see what you're doing. You're really experimenting, and I love it.
Yeah, it's been really fun. And I'm almost done with my first base, which means I might venture out and build some other things, you know.
Done with a base?
Yeah.
Is that a hermit that just said they're done with a base?
Yeah, no mega bases.
What?
No mega bases. Mine is like limited in scope. And then it means I can go do something different, you know, like keep trying different styles and whatnot.
Absolutely. I mean, when I do my bases, I always do like little bits at a time, so I can always just go off the different things whenever I want to, really.
That is a really cool approach, actually.
Finish as you go, so that you can, if you get bored, you can go do something else for a bit.
Yeah, I've locked myself into one theme, but then your whole theme is solar punk still, right?
In this base, yes. But when I'm outside the base, it's whatever I want to be.
I see.
That's how I do it, right?
It's looking amazing. I'm using my free cam and flying around. It's so cool.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm hoping to cover the whole little mountain or mount that I have by the end of the season, but it's only a dream. It doesn't always have to happen.
Yeah. Is that like all the way around?
Yeah, all the way around. I want to eventually, I want to be neighbors with Iskel and Stress, so hopefully get to meet up with them. I've heard you I don't know if you said anything, but you might be doing things a little closer.
Oh, yes, I am. But I'm not going to say what. Me and Keralis are working on it. We're going to build something massive soon.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be neighbors with you as well, and I want to like make sure I'm a bit closer to Tango and Etho.
It's going to be so good, isn't it? Just seeing like the whole world build up and evolve and
100%. With everyone being such like close to neighbors, I want to see how everyone customizes their terrain to meld into each other. That's exciting to me.
Yeah, that's what me and Ren are doing at the moment. We're just like figuring out this space between us so it kind of like transitions, which is a lot of fun.
That's what I saw you streaming on Hermit Weekend. I was actually online. Yeah, I sent you some mail, you know that. But I was watching.
Yes.
I like what you're doing with the path transition with the copper ore. you know, into the
copper
sand,
ore?
I think it was. Yeah, the raw copper blocks. The full copper.
I think it was
no,
raw iron.
Iron.
Yeah, yeah.
Iron, sorry.
They look good,
Not
don't
copper,
they?
Iron.
They've got like
Yeah.
a similar texture, but the contrast in the colours a little different. But
It's a good gradient block.
yeah, I'm learning how, like, depending on how close you are to something, like, texture is quite a bit more important when you're close than colour. But then when you get further back, the overall colour becomes way more important than the texture.
I think they're both one and the same. I always like to do both.
Interesting.
Yeah,
you've got to balance it, right? Because
color.
you will often be close and far from builds, depending on, you know, you're moving around. So they're static and we're moving. It's always
or you can just build like beat-ups and paint with whatever you want.
Oh, I mean, beat-ups is painting.
He is painting.
He's doing something crazy over there, that's for sure.
He always is. When is he not crazy?
I know, that's beat-ups. Right, I'm gonna fly off into the sky, end my stream, and then send peeps over to you.
No worries. Thank you very much, Ziva. I appreciate you bringing your peeps over.
See you in a bit.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, chat. Take 1217. Thank you for the prime. Nice boots. Thank you for the prime as well. Just wanted to say thanks, and that's the end of my stream. Gonna put the end screen up. Say a big thank you to everyone for tuning in. I'll be streaming again tomorrow and Wednesday, hopefully. So Wednesday will definitely be a morning stream. So, you know, be on the lookout. Make sure you're following. But I'm going to send you over to Pearl right now, so I'll wrap up my stream, and there'll be a raid. Thank you, everyone.